Hello and welcome into the Erie Tiger Network. You are looking at the field here at Durango High School, the home of the Durango Demons, and we are excited for this second round matchup between the 5 seed, the Erie Tigers, and the 13 seed, the Durango Demons. Well, it should be a fun game. Of course, this Durango team went into Canyon City. They knocked off the 4 seed last weekend. In fact, they thumped them pretty good. And of course, as you know, Erie beating Pueblo East for their first playoff win since 2008. We'll have some highlights from that game here in a little bit. Let's talk about this game, though, that is so big to this Erie program. Can they earn a home game next week? You see the stats there. You look at these two teams. Erie has actually about half the yardage Durango does through the air, but almost twice the rushing yardage. So we'll go over the keys and stuff later. Sacks, both teams do a decent job. Erie's done a great job getting into the backfield, though. 31.5 sacks compared to Durango's 17 on the season, but Durango doing a good job forcing turnovers through the air. 17 interceptions as a team, 9 for the Tigers in this big matchup here today. And joining us up here in the booth for a little game preview is Justin Carpenter, the athletic director with Erie High School. And Justin, I know it's been a busy week for you. In some ways, it feels like you could almost get a different job with the Nuggets or something and coordinating their travel. Kind of what all went into this week?
Yeah, it's been a busy week, but it's been a really fun week too. And it's an exciting week, and there's no place I would rather be than at Erie High School. We got great kids. The community support, I hope you get some shots of that at some point. We have so many members who are great talent in this drive. And I think the scariest part for me was the drive itself. We had some weather over the pass, and a couple times there where it was kind of dicey. But yeah, I really appreciate all the well wishes and thoughts and prayers from everyone in the town.
And I think another thing that has really been great, the accommodations here, both with the hotel and the staff here at Durango High School, have been outstanding.
Yeah, definitely. They run a first-class program in every aspect, and everything went as smooth as it could have gone. We had a great experience at the hotel, great check-in. We had a great team dinner last night. Kids went and saw a movie. It's been a great experience. These kids are going to remember this one for the rest of their high school careers and the rest of their lives.
Let's talk a little bit about the game. I know that a lot of people have kind of picked Durango to beat Erie because of the 7-hour drive. But when you get the feel for the kids in the hotel, when you look at the film, what's going through the coaching staff's mind? What's going through their head?
Hello. All right. Sorry. I think I'm back on right now. I was muted for a while. That was probably the highlight of the broadcast for everyone that's watching at home. But to answer your question, I think people pick Durango because Durango's a great team. All 8 teams that are left right now are amazing. They do things extremely well. So you add in the travel, you add in those things, it's adversity, but we've seen adversity before, and I don't think this game is too big for our kids just by kind of talking to them a little bit. I don't think it's too big of a game.
Do you kind of get nervous for games like this? Do you feel nervous down on the sidelines when you're roaming down there? What do you do to keep yourself occupied?
I do. Last week, I think I threw up twice in my mouth. No, I do get nervous, but I also get excited, and just like anything, I just want our kids to be healthy and safe. I want to leave here with the 70 kids that we brought, healthy, safe, and everything else takes care of itself. Our coaches do a great job of preparing our kids physically. But yeah, I do get nervous. It's a different kind of nervous. Part of that is we got pizza that's coming in too. I'm kind of nervous that if pizza doesn't come, then hey, there's going to be 80 people that are going to point the finger at me. So.
All right. Well, thank you, Justin, so much for taking some time out to join us in our pregame little broadcast.
Definitely. And thank you guys for doing this. And a big shout out to your Erie crew that came. TJ and Ethan have done a great job on the broadcast and on the trip, and it is we have a one-of-a-kind program here that provides this for our kids, and it is a point of envy of these other schools, so it's really neat.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Carpenter. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll come back. We'll talk about our keys to the game. We'll look at last week's highlights against Pueblo East, and you're watching the Erie Tiger Network.
Supporting the team. Go Tigers. Ready? I just want to thank the student body for coming out and supporting the Tigers today, and especially the Erie Tiger Network for coming and supporting the team. Go Tigers.
Chiropractors don't treat your symptoms. We treat the cause of your symptoms. On your first visit, we'll review your medical history and examine your vital signs, posture, strength, and reflexes. We'll also perform tests which are designed to give us insight into what may be causing your problem. The doctors at Great Day Chiropractic don't just treat adults. We also treat children of all ages. We're located in historic Old Town Erie at 515 Briggs Street. We're open 5 days a week from Monday through Friday and the second and fourth Saturdays of each month.
Do you want a better smile, have a broken bracket, or are you a teenager in need of some braces? Then make your way down to Caraway Orthodontics. They are located in Louisville and Erie. Caraway Orthodontics supports Erie High School and its community. Come in and gain a beautiful smile for children, teens, and adults. They also provide Invisalign. Call this number 303-828-0454 or go to carawayortho.com.
Click the search bar on the top right-hand corner of the screen and search up Erie Tiger Network. Click the channel icon and then press the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to receive notifications about when we post. Click the thumbs up icon to like the video. To enter full screen mode, press the icon on the bottom right-hand corner. To skip forward or backwards 10 seconds, double tap the left or right hand side of the screen. Press the pause button in the middle of the screen to pause the video. To skip to a different video, press the skip button when the video is paused.
Yeah, I'm married. Doesn't matter. You do that for me? Really? Yeah, I'd like that.
Who are you talking to?
It's Jake from State Farm. Sounds like a really good deal.
Jake from State Farm at 3 in the morning? Who is this?
It's Jake from State Farm.
What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm?
Khakis?
She sounds hideous.
Well, she's a guy, so.
Another reason more people stay with State Farm. Get to a better state.
And you're watching Erie Tiger Network.
And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. Brandenburg here with you as both teams still getting warmed up here for this matchup here. And, well, some scores from around the state. We will try and have those. A lot of the games are starting at 1. We know last night no 3A playoff games took place. Valor did go down, which was kind of a surprise. But that's really the only scores of interest to us here on the Erie Tiger Network. And I say that because I saw some Erie kids tweeting about the Valor loss. I think some people maybe took a little bit of pleasure in Valor's pain last night. By the way, fans, don't forget to follow us on Twitter. You can tweet at us. We can get those tweets up on our broadcast. If you tweet at us at Erie Tiger Net, that's how you can follow us. You can also like the Erie Tiger Network Facebook page or check us out on ErieTigerNetwork.com. Also, be sure to check out the Tiger Times. It's our new student-run broadcast page. That's just ErieTigerTimes.com. And I said broadcast, I meant online news source. So be sure to check that out. I know a lot of kids have worked hard on putting some stories together over the last little bit. And we had, I believe, over 1,000 readers read our recap of the Pueblo East game just a week ago. Well, it's going to be a big one here today. If you look at some of the keys to the game for both these teams, I think for Erie, it's imperative that they get off to a fast start. Erie down 14-0 last week, able to climb out of a hole. Do not want to get into that type of a hole here on the road, 7 hours away. Want to get off to a fast start. Rattle the young quarterback. Durango will be starting a freshman quarterback here today. He's been pretty solid throughout the season. I know they're excited about him, and Jordan Wolverton. But if you can get a little bit of pressure, we mentioned in the pregame stats already having 31.5 sacks on the year. Can you get to him a little bit and take care of the football? Last week, a couple Tiger turnovers really hurt them, and out here going to want to take care of the football. If you're the Durango, I think you need to feed off the home energy. There's going to be a flyover from our understanding during the national anthem. There's going to be Harley motorcycles coming onto the field. So if you're Durango, I think you want to feed off that energy, obviously. And this is going to be a key for every team that faces Erie all year. Stop Noah Roper and the run. Much easier said than done. I know watching film session and or watching film with Coach Carpenter, if you will, last week, as he's still with us on the broadcast. There were some holes there that if Noah Roper, he could maybe exploit those.
There were, coming from two guys that probably don't know much about watching film. It's fun to think we do. Yeah, it's going to be fun. They are very excited about their quarterback, and he is, talking to their coaching staff. He's a 4.0 kid. He's making some tours on some national circuits this summer, and they're going to be good for a couple years here in Durango.
I think the other thing is move the ball through the air if you're Durango. That's maybe at times been a little bit of a weak spot. I guess the biggest weak spot is probably sometimes Erie gets a little bit, I don't want to say confused, but misdirection, screens, that can sometimes hurt Erie. But if there is kind of a weak point beyond that, sometimes it's stopping the ball through the air. They've done a really good job of that, though, about the last 5 or 6 games.
Yeah, and I think, too, you can't underestimate trying to grind them out. They have they're big guys, a lot like our big guys, play both ways. And it's demoralizing on offense when you can't get first downs and then you have to go right back out on defense and try to stop the run. That's tough to do, and that presents a challenge, so I think that's going to go in our favor if we can get some stops and get off the field.
All right, we are going to step aside again here. By the way, fans, thank you so much for tuning in. For those of you watching at Erie High School, we're excited for you to be there, and I know that the players are happy to see you as well. We're going to step aside, take another time out here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Hi, this is Matt Buckler, principal of Erie High School. Thank you for watching the Erie Tiger Network, and go Tigers! Hi, this is Matt Buckler, principal of
Zach Rees. Thank you for supporting the Erie Tigers. This is Zach Rees.
Hi, I'm Maya Michelson, and you're watching Erie Tiger Network.
We would like to say a huge thank you to the sponsors that have helped make this stream possible. Thank you again to the Mathis family, Ron Cardenas, and Ruben Portillo for their contributions. Another thank you to Couper Electric, Lynch Material Handling, Werks Irrigation and Landscape, and Gilmore Voice Studio for their support as local companies within the community of Erie. On behalf of the Erie community, we'd like to thank you.
Chiropractors don't treat your symptoms. We treat the cause of your symptoms. On your first visit, we'll review your medical history and examine your vital signs, posture, strength, and reflexes. We'll also perform tests which are designed to give us insight into what may be causing your problem. The doctors at Great Day Chiropractic don't just treat adults. We also treat children of all ages. We're located in historic Old Town Erie at 515 Briggs Street. We're open 5 days a week from Monday through Friday and the second and fourth Saturdays of each month.
And welcome back in. Pre-game festivities still underway here in Durango, and it's going to be a little bit echoey today. You're not going to hear as much crowd noise. We tried to kind of turn up the crowd noise on our mic upstairs. We are in a very nice press box. We've got internet here.
It's a hot box.
Yeah, but it's a hot box. It's full of sunshine just beaming in through the windows, and we cannot open those windows, and so we cannot run a mic out to get a crowd mic. So it might sound a little bit muted.
We may come back with suntans from the face up.
Yeah.
Sunburns.
Yeah, I fully expect a sunburn at this point. But let's go ahead and take a look at those highlights last week against Pueblo East. Alex Ailey helped put these together. Obviously, the atmosphere was great. Lots of fans in the stadium for that one. It was Erie's first playoff game hosted since 2008. Unfortunately, Erie found themselves down 14-0 early, and on fourth down, a 12-yard screen. Noah Roper made it happen, missing 4 tacklers on the play there. Then the Erie Tigers got the ball back late in the first half. It was Noah Roper from the Wildcat over the right side, and he plunged it into the end zone to tie it. Unfortunately, Erie gave up an 8-minute scoring drive in the fourth quarter. They marched down the field in just a couple minutes, and Zach Rees took it in from about 10 yards out. Then the Tigers, they didn't know if they wanted to go for 2 or not. They finally did, and Noah Roper punched it into the end zone as the Tigers got the 2-point conversion. They would take a lead. Then, well, Nate Hackney delivered the final play of the game, forcing a fumble as the Tigers would win their first playoff game since 2008. That was Noah Roper's 3rd straight game of 200 yards rushing. And it's been a great season. And if the Tigers get a win here today, they will host another game next week, whether it be Meade or Longmont. And you see the fans that were excited there. I think they'll be equally excited if the Tigers could get a win here today, and they would host next week. And, well, it'd be Thanksgiving. I know you'd have to spend a little bit of your holiday, Mr. Carpenter, at Florida, planning another another playoff game, but I think it's something that would be fun and worth it.
It would be very worth it. I do want to, I hope she's listening, but say thank you to my fiance Jamie, because she did allow me to change our travel plans to attend the game and to play in this, because she's a huge supporter of what our kids do. So we're actually flying out tonight, red eye, to Orlando. So don't feel sorry for me, though, because we'll be at the beach tomorrow.
A couple of quick announcements here. Today's free broadcast could not have been possible without the financial support of many. I know the athletic department and especially Erie Tiger Network. We'd like to thank the Mathis family, Ron Cardenas, Couper Electric, Ruben Portillo, Lynch Material Handling, Waterworks Irrigation, the Gilmore Voice Studio, and then Alan and Tina Rees also helping support us here this week. And I mean, we had to drive 7 hours.
Yeah.
That's not easy. Small crew pared down, but those contributions help us get this on the air, pay our rights, and so a huge thank you to all those sponsors. I know Mr.
Definitely.
Carpenter here really appreciates
Much
you
appreciated.
as well.
Well, and it just ties in with the theme for Thanksgiving. There's a lot to be grateful for here at Erie, and our parent support is one of them. Also, I want to add the Booster Club with that sponsored our team dinner last night and have supported us as well. So we're definitely very grateful for them. And then before I leave, Brandon, I want to give a shout out to Mr. Stasina, who's running the watch party, and Miss Addington, because I know that Miss Addington is watching, and she supports our kids and our programs like no other.
In fact, I think Miss Addington influenced our pregame keys, because she was telling us, man, she just, the first 10 minutes of the game is not fun for her to watch. She gets nervous until Erie kind of settles in.
We need to watch film with her.
Yes.
That's on our list for next week, is we got to watch film for her. So I'm going to head out. I'll be back up, hopefully.
All right.
Thank you, fans, and thank you, Mr. Bird.
Well, thank you, Mr. Carpenter. Once again, that was Justin Carpenter joining us here for our pregame show, brought to you by all those sponsors that we just read. In fact, we'll read them to you one more time. The Mathis Family, Ron Cardenas, Couper Electric, Ruben Portillo, Lynch Material Handling, Werks, Irrigation, and Landscaping, the Gilmore Voice Studio, and Alan and Tina Rees helping us out here on the broadcast. It's been a little adventure so far, a long drive. We stopped in Alamosa at Adams State. There was a practice there that the team conducted. We had a team dinner yesterday at Sirius Texas Barbecue. Then we heard from the old Overland head coach, Coach Seth, and he had an outstanding message for this team about facing adversity in the face and overcoming it. As the captains are on the field, they're about to meet at midfield for the coin toss. And then today, obviously, a great breakfast provided by the Booster Club. And so they've been so supportive, so many people supporting this 7-hour excursion over Wolf Creek Pass here into Durango. And it is a beautiful day for some high school football. The band is here, a smattering of Tiger fans. Only one side of the stadium has stands. So we are going to take, I believe, our final time out here. We'll have the national anthem, some of the pregame festivities here for you in a little bit. And I know a few Tiger players would like to thank you as well.
I just want to thank the student body for coming out and supporting the Tigers today, and especially the Erie Tiger Network for coming and supporting the team. Go Tigers.
Supporting the Erie Tigers. This is Rees. Thank you for supporting the Erie Tigers.
Thank you for watching the Erie Tiger Network, and go Tigers.
Click the search bar on the top right-hand corner of the screen and search up Erie Tiger Network. Click the channel icon and then press the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to receive notifications about when we post. Click the thumbs up icon to like the video. To enter full screen mode, press the icon on the bottom right hand corner. To skip forward or backwards 10 seconds, double tap the left or right hand side of the screen. Press the pause button in the middle of the screen to pause the video. To skip to a different video, press the skip button when the video is paused.
And welcome back in here. The Tigers are out on the field. We already had the opening coin toss, as it was Erie that I believe won the toss, and Durango, or they deferred, and Durango will receive to start the game. So I know this coaching staff and many fans now really like the fact when you defer and you get an extra possession there to start the second half. Good choice there by Erie. It's going to be a fun one here today. You look at these two teams, as there's the Harleys coming out onto the field. Let's see if, there they are, as Durango running out of the tunnel through the smoke. As I hear that's not the only pregame festivities that will be exciting here today. TJ, you've made the trip with us, the 7 hours. We've set up for the broadcast, a nice press box. From a student's perspective, what's kind of going through your mind? What are the nerves like?
Well, I feel like that we really ought to win this game just because of the drive alone, because it's kind of stressful to work or to come all the way down here for 7 hours, and it would be really disappointing to lose.
Yeah, we said that would be a long bus ride home, so Erie highly motivated to win this one. Two teams with two young quarterbacks, of course. For the Tigers, they have been led here the past few weeks by Dion Lucero, a sophomore. He is 41 for 62, 582 yards on the season, 7 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Big name for the Tigers, obviously, No Roper. 266 carries, 2,073 yards, averaging almost 188 yards per game. For Durango, kind of the key players to keep an eye on. We already talked about Jordan Wolverton, a freshman, as there's actually the national anthem. So we're going to pause a moment. Hopefully you can hear that in the background. Nice rendition of the national anthem, and if Ethan can look to the sky above, a little flyover there from Flight for Life for this game, so pretty cool flyover there. Well, we had the Harleys come out. This game is ready for some football, I think. A lot of pregame festivities. I think that's going to really excite the Durango team. We said Erie will be kicking off here. And we'll correct our little scoreboard here. Sorry about that. We reopened and launched our scoreboard. And should be a good one. Already talked about the quarterbacks and the running backs. As you give us just a second here to reset our scoreboard for you. There we go, and I think TJ's ready to take over and run the scoreboard. So thank you so much for watching at home. We are all set to kick things off here in Durango. Julian Castine, as you see Flight for Life circling back, and they are actually going to land here in the stadium. And from what I've been told, the principal here for Durango High School is going to pop out. So, a lot of pregame festivities for sure. Durango going the extra mile here to add some excitement here to this game. Back deep for Durango is Dawson Markham, a junior. You'll hear Dawson's name a lot, the leading rusher for this Durango team. Much like Erie, they put their running back there. On the year, Markham only 96 carries, 841 yards on the season. So here we go. The kick is up, and that one will fly into the end zone for a touchback. So good start there for Julian and the Erie Tiger team. As we said, coming out, freshman Jordan Wolverton leading Durango out on the field. And we are calling the game from a sun-drenched press box. No windows and the sun beaming through. As we are set here for the first play of the game. Ball will be spotted at Durango's own 20. Wolverton will come out under center. I formation here for Durango. Wide receivers split here to the near side. Tiger stacking the line. They'll shift around as Durango. Now 2 split as Wolverton drops back in shotgun. He's going to run the read option, and the Tigers diagnose well. And a good first down play for that Tiger defense as Dawson Markin pounds it out up inside for a gain of maybe 1 on the play. Can kind of hear the Tiger coaches next to us, so we'll let you know if we can hear them say anything interesting in terms of making adjustments. 2nd and 9 here for the Demons. Checking the play at the line is Wolverton. He'll take the snap, looks, fires over the middle, caught underneath, and not much going there. A pickup of 2 yards on the passing play, as that was Gavin Mestis that was the recipient of that pass. So 3rd down, big first play here defensively on the opening series for the Tigers. Love to get off the field on a 3rd and 7. Wolverton in the shotgun. Flanking him is Markham. He's got 4 wide. Tigers showing a 4-man rush. Now Wingfield's going to blitz. They're going to throw the little bubble screen out on the right side. Big hole there, cutting back across the field, still on his feet, across the 45, and Noah Roper will finally slam the running back out of bounds. That was Dawson Markham on the little swing pass play there, and a huge pickup. And there is a flag. This one down the field a little bit, so I think it's still going to be a first down. We'll see. That might be a 10-yard hold that makes it about 3rd and 1. This is an interesting first call. One of the things sometimes you get on the western slope is some interesting officiating for hometown teams or mountain towns, but first call goes against Durango, and it will bring up a 3rd and 1. So that wipes out pretty big play there. And still 3rd down. Was a gain of almost 25 yards. Turns into just a 6-yard pickup. So another 3rd down here for the Demons. Wolverton this time under center. He's got the I formation behind him. Erie with 5 on the line of scrimmage. Really stacking the box. They're going to hand it off to the fullback, and Nathan Hackney wrapped up the ball carrier, and I don't think they got to the 30. Ooh, it's going to depend on that spot. I think the near sideline official is just going to put the nose of the football right on the 30, and that's an automatic first down. So when you have the touchback, all you got to do is have the nose of the football just touch the 30-yard line, and that's exactly what happened there. So fresh set of downs here for the Demons on the 1-yard pickup from the fullback. Erie doing a good job, though, so far stopping the run. Under 10 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Wolverton in the shotgun. Checks the play at the line. He'll send a man across the formation in motion. That's Gage Mestis, and now a timeout. No, a penalty and a delay of game on Durango. So that's their second penalty, already a couple of costly ones. I'll bring up a 1st and 15. We'll send the man in motion here again. Wolverton takes the chest high snap, hands off right side, big hole there. Markham weaves his way for a first down all the way out to the 41. Pickup of 16 by Markham. And Tigers got gashed a little bit there. Durango just kind of runs the read option up there inside. Quarterback can decide whether he wants to keep it or give it, and chose to give it away that time to Markham, who took it right between the tackles. Now 1st and 10 here for Durango. 9:16 and rolling. Wolverton again, checking the play with 4 wide in the formation. He'll fake it, throws the seam route wide open down the field, and no one is going to catch him, and a touchdown here to start the game. That's Gavin Mestis. The little read option confused the Tigers, and a 59-yard pass play puts the Demons on the board. Gavin Mestis, the touchdown scorer there. And now an extra point coming. And by the way, missing for Durango is their field goal kicker. We understand he is in Italy. So this is Caleb McGrath. And this one is up and good. So a 7-0 lead here, 9 minutes to play. We're going to take a quick break. You're watching the Erie Tiger Network. Welcome back in here, Erie Tiger Network. As not the start you wanted, that was one of our keys to today's game. And Durango flying high off of confidence after that first big win just a week ago in Canyon City. They striped the Tigers on a big pass play, little play action there, just kind of got the linebacker sucked up. By the way, we will not have any replay that we typically have. Only a 2-man crew today for us, and we are trying to keep things simple so that you can watch the whole stream, hopefully without any interruption. So a quick strike by the Demons, and a 7-0 lead. By the way, fans, don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Erie TigerNet. You can like the Erie Tiger Network Facebook page. Check us out online at ErieTigerNetwork.com. So here we go. This one sent low, and that is going to bounce into the end zone for a touchback, and the Tigers will start 1st and 10 from their own 20. Well, no Roper will lead the charge here for Erie. 2,000 yards rushing in 11 games. Just kind of mind-numbing when you try and wrap your head around the production that Roper's had. A couple of colleges been contacting Noah. Of course, he could not do without that great starting O-line in front of him. Spencer Brooks, he'll start at left tackle. Gianni Velota, he starts at the left guard. At center, it's Colby Arlington. Right guard, it's Nathan Hackney. And right tackle is Cameron Marcucci. Jalen Lucero, the starting quarterback. They'll send Mansdorfer in motion here on the first play. Wide split there, and a false start on Alex Mathis, a little bit jumpy there, and so the Tigers on their first play from scrimmage will back up 5 yards. Mathis just kind of jerked in his stance. Lucero will give it to Roper. Nice little cut there. But he is stopped after a pickup of maybe 1 on the play. I'm going to bring up 2nd and 14. See Isaac Kana out there split wide. Isaac Kana playing with a broken leg. So what a warrior. Alex Mathis also split out for the Tigers. Little counter action there to Roper, and he's going to run into a wall, and he is going to lose a yard. So not a great start here for Erie. A penalty and then 2 plays of a yard or less. And now they face a 3rd down and 15. You knew Durango would come out charged up and looking good here in the early going. Ball spotted toward the far hash. Lucero looking downfield. He's going to fire for Mathis. A nice catch near the sideline. Don't think he had quite enough for the first down. Needed to get to the 30. And a pickup there of 13. Will still be a little shy of the first down. Tigers are going to send out their punting unit. Called a gain of 12. The penalty hurt you there. Tigers couldn't pick up the first down, and the last thing you want to do if you're Erie is starting a 14-point hole like you did last week against Pueblo East. Because Stein had to sky to get it. He'll get the punt away. That one's a pretty good one. That's going to bounce at the 35 and take an Erie roll all the way down to the 20. So good punt there by Julian after he had to corral a very high snap. And that's where Durango will start their drive. Once again at the 20. Well, it didn't take too many plays there. 3 passes, a couple of runs, 5 plays in all. They went 80 yards and scored on their first drive. And they'll take over here less than, well, just 2 minutes and 1 second after their touchdown. Erie defense needs a stand here. They're going to spread Erie out. 3 to the near side of the formation. Wolverton will take the snap, hands it off. Hit in the hole was Markham, still on his feet, and the Tigers do a good job of gang tackling there, and a loss of maybe about a half yard. In fact, actually, the referee will say they got back to the original line of scrimmage. Good penetration that time by the Tiger defense. Jay Gilmore helped clean things up. I think Jamie Nelms was back there in the backfield. Ethan Vera there, and Durango really taking a long time to get their plays in. We already saw them have a delay. Don't see a lot of teams that run the spread huddle anymore, and they've huddled every time. Now Wolverton with 2 running backs in the backfield. He's going to roll to his right, looks downfield, fires the out route, almost intercepted, and it was bobbled by Mathis into the hands of Roper, and Roper just couldn't quite hang on. That'll bring up 3rd and 10. Good coverage down there. Mathis was fronting the receiver, and Wolverton decided to throw it anyway. All right, welcome back in, everyone. Sorry, we lost the stream there for a second. We think our computer actually overheated. We told you it was hot in this box. And we are back live. At least we're hoping we're back live. As there's Roper spinning off tacklers again. And Good second down carry there for Roper. So 3rd down and 6 here for the Tigers. Tigers trying to get the play in here. Under 4 minutes to play. Little jump early there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and real manageable now. As the jump, that time on the left end. So 3rd and 1. Tigers going with a heavy set personnel here. Ball spotted toward the far hash. Zach Rees in there as the H-back. Talk to him a little bit. We'll talk about that in a second. It'll be Mansdorfer that just follows the blockers, and enough for a 1st down. So good run there on 3rd. Tigers driving here, trying to tie the game. Checking in on the sideline. That's Mansdorfer. Takes the snap. He's going to keep it himself. Left side, big hole. Mansdorfer makes one man miss and then couldn't get the last guy to miss him. A good pickup there of 9 on 1st down for Mansdorfer, and that's going to put the Tigers at 2nd and 1 from the 11. So 2nd and 1. 2:40 to play. Handoff. No, keeper. Right side. Mansdorfer again. And he has it down inside the 5. Tigers faking it to Noah Roper, and everyone in a gray jersey just biting hard on the action toward Noah. And Mansdorfer having some nice runs here on this drive. Now Mansdorfer checking in with the sideline. Under 3 minutes to play. Mansdorfer. Handoff left side to Roper, bounces it off one tackler, makes another man miss, heading toward the corner, reaches the ball out, and he scores! Noah Roper into the end zone for a Tiger touchdown. And Erie's an extra point away here from tying it up. Good drive. They just got the big play early in the drive from Roper. As Julian Castine will come out to kick the extra point. Got the big play from Roper. And then the Tigers just methodically moved it on the ground. The kick is up, and it is good. Caleb Furman, the holder. And the Tigers tied up at 7, so we say get off to a great start as one of our keys. That wasn't the best of starts, but Tigers fire right back and tie things here at 7 apiece. Fans, don't forget to check out the new student online news publication, the Erie Tiger Times. You can check them out online at erietigertimes.com. Also be sure to follow us here on Twitter at Erie TigerNet. You can also like the Erie Tiger Network Facebook page. We know we got some tweets at us when the stream went down. And so thank you for keeping a close eye, everybody, as we are all square at 7. So Erie set to kick off again. Last time Castine kicked it into the end zone. This one taken a yard deep, and because it's a yard deep, an automatic touchback. So for the 3rd time, Durango will start a drive right here on the 20. This is the first time that Erie has played an opponent this year that they did not play last year. So far, all 11 games this season, Erie has had a rematch with all the teams that they played from the year prior. And so Durango most unfamiliar team on their schedule by far. Even Pueblo East, a rematch of last year. So 3 wide in the formation here for Wolverton. He'll take the snap, hands it off to Markham, trying to bend it around the edge. Good job setting the edge was the Tigers, and then did the ball pop loose? No, it did not, but an excellent job in pursuit there defensively. A loss of 6 on the play. All the way back to the 14. So 2nd and 16 here from their own 14. And shooting into the backfield for the Tigers on that last play. Well, here goes a little swing pass. And they striped Erie last time, and Roper trying to clean it up, and another good gain. So on 2nd and 16, they pick up 13. That'll make it a manageable 3rd down and 3. I think that was Tabor Sire that got in there. That was actually, I beg your pardon, Spencer Brooks that got in there for that 1st down run stop. So here we go, 3rd and 3 here for Durango. See if the Tiger defense can get another stop. They'll run the read option. Wolverton trying to get to the marker, and he's going to be cut down short. Good spot there by the far sideline official as Wolverton tried to reach out the ball and dive, and he was stopped a yard short, so that's going to bring up a 4th and 1 here for Durango. Tigers have done a good job stopping the run here so far in this game. Just that one big pass play that gashed them here early. Now Roper will back up here to take the punt. Tigers trying to guard against a fake. It is a fake, and Durango gets it. It was a little almost read on the punt, and whatever the punter saw, he liked, and he got just enough yardage for a 1st down. Just kind of feel that one coming. Tigers have worked a lot on special teams here this week, but big special team play there for Durango. And that will be the end of the quarter. We're going to catch our breath here. A lot going on here in our Steam booth. As our computer overheating, and I think our stream back up and good now. So we're going to take a quick time out here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Do you want a better smile, have a broken bracket, or are you a teenager in need of some braces? Then make your way down to Caraway Orthodontics. They are located in Louisville and Erie. Caraway Orthodontics supports Erie High School and its community. Come in and gain a beautiful smile for children, teens, and adults. They also provide Invisalign. Call this number 303-828-0454 or go to carawayortho.com.
And welcome back in. You can hear the band as the teams switch sides of the field. We had to stop recording the game on our computer, and that's why the stream's a little smoother. It was operating at 100% computer usage. Any of you tech nerds out there. Now a little fake there. Wolverton will keep it himself, breaks 1-2 tackles, and runs into Noah Roper, and he's also being ridden down hard by Ethan Vera. A pickup there of 15 on 1st down, and Cam Marcucci coming up holding his left knee. Cam trying to get up here, and he looks to be in a lot of pain. Cameron, a tough kid, and he will run off under his own power. And actually, I think Erie calling a timeout, or getting awarded at least an injury timeout. Durango still doesn't know it. Marcucci gingerly walking to the sideline there. Appears to be okay. The Warriors out there for this Erie football team. 1st and 10, though, at their own 45 is Durango. Wolverton in the shotgun. He's got 3 wide. Ball spotted toward the near hash. Handoff to Markham on the right side. He stretches it out. Pyle drives his way into a Tiger tackler. I think that was Jamie Nelms in there on the tackle for Erie that time. Actually, Ian McDonald was the one, I think, ultimately to make the tackle. That'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Or, beg your pardon, 2nd and 7 after the 3-yard pickup. Now an offset formation in the backfield from the pistol this time is Wolverton. 3 wide. He's going to run option to the far side. A big hold, no call. And Wolverton runs over player. Now a flag flying in. And I think they're actually going to call it on the far sideline receiver, but one of the Tiger DNs came knifing in and then was just tackled to the ground. But the holding will back up, and that's right at the where the ball was spotted, and so that's going to back up Durango here in a 2nd and real long. About a 2nd and 17. Perfect day outside of the broadcast booth. The sun beaming in here. 2nd and 17 for Durango. The Demons. Wolverton fires toward the sideline, and I think a little bit of miscommunication there with his receiver. And that'll bring up a 2nd or 3rd down and 17. Receiver package coming in here for Durango. Erie has done a pretty good job. Outside of that one big pass they gave up down the seam, Tigers have covered well down the field. They'll need to do so here again on 3rd and real long. And also see a screen. The little flip forward, Tigers diagnose well. Jaden Gilmore in there making a tackle and cleaning him up was Ian McDonald. And so a loss of 3 is going to make it 4th and 20. And a good defensive stand that time from the Tigers. After giving up the 4th down conversion, Erie able to more than likely get off the field here. And Noah Roper will be back to receive the punt. Also back there for Erie is Nathan Hahn. Good punt, angling toward Hahn. Hahn's backing up on it. He'll let it bounce, and then Durango will just sit on it. So Erie will start 1st and 10 from their own 23-yard line. So Erie gave up a first big play of 59 yards and then got stopped 3 and out, punted back, got a stop, forced Durango to punt, and then Erie methodically went down the field, scored on a nice touchdown run by Noah Roper, stretching it out to the left pylon. So here come the Tigers. Lucero back at quarterback here for Erie. He's got 3 receivers, including Mansdorfer. He'll run in motion and act as a blocker. Roper trying to shake off one tackler, and then he'll lean his way toward the 25. I think only picked up about a yard that time. Durango's done a good job here kind of controlling the Erie run game, save for that one big Roper run. Now Mathis will check in. Kana will check out. We're talking with some of our playoff sponsors, Alan Rees earlier, and he mentioned that sometimes we on the broadcast mix up Zach, and here comes a halfback pass. Roper has a man open. He has Mathis across the 40, the 30, still on his feet, down to the 20, and the halfback pass works to perfection that time. A great throw hitting Alex Mathis in stride, and a big chunk of yardage there. Tigers trying to go quickly to the line here. Gilmore out there. As we were talking about, Zach Rees. Similar body type to Isaac Kana, close in numbers. We get them mixed up from time to time. Keeper this time, Lucero, brings up inside. Nice little spin move as he got cut around the ankles and leans it forward for a gain of 7. Tigers doing a good job here on this drive. Knocking on the door after the big halfback pass play. Durango saw that a lot last week against Canyon City. That's part of their offense. But first time the Tigers have run that play since they scored on it earlier this year. Keeper again, Lucero, just backing his way toward the 10. He'll be stopped at the 11, and that'll be a 3rd and 1. Tigers coaching staff trying to signal in the play. 3rd and 1. Roper and the Wildcats going to take it himself. Breaks a tackle, spins out of another one, and leans it down to the 5. So 1st and goal to go. Tigers going to keep with this formation here, I think. It's Mansdorfer and Roper in the backfield. Here in their red zone package, Roper's going to follow Mansdorfer, leans it toward the goal line, and he is in for the touchdown. And the Tigers take their first lead of the day with 7:36 remaining here in the second quarter on a 6-yard touchdown run by Noah Roper. Tigers, they work on those jumbo packages in those red zone situations, and I really like that. You essentially have an extra blocker when you run it from the quarterback position. You don't use up a man to hand off the ball, and so Tigers kind of doing a little bit of what Colorado and Cepho Lufau did last year. Ran that play a lot. And now the Tigers, because of a penalty on Durango, I believe for too many men, are going to run out their 2-point team because it's only 1 yard here to get the 2-point conversion. So Tigers going to try and get the 2 points. Roper, the man back there, he'll take the snap, and he is going to be stopped. Durango just sold out on the quarterback action there, that time by Noah Roper. So a 13-7 lead here for Erie after they couldn't convert on the 2-point conversion. Well, fans, thank you so much for tuning in. Of course, this stream couldn't have been possible without the support of many of our playoff sponsors, including the Mathis Family, Ron Cardenas, Couper Electric, Ruben Portillo, Lynch Material Handling, Waterworks Irrigation and Landscape, the Gilmore Voice Studio, and Alan and Tina Rees. And now Erie will kick it off here. Julian will tee it up from his own 40. Goes Julian. Sends this one high, and that one will go into the end zone. A lot of family members watching across Erie for these Tigers. A lot of Tiger fans watching. I'd like to give a personal shout out to some of my family watching on the Erie Tiger Network. Uncle Jerry, Aunt Kathy, Uncle Phil, and Aunt Carrie all watching. Here we go, 1st and 10. And a false start, I think, will be called here on the Demons. And it is, so 1st and 15, and the Demons now getting backed up a little bit due to penalties. So a holding wiped out a good 1st down. And they have committed a couple false starts, so a little bit of undisciplined play here by this Durango squad. Erie with the lead. 1st and 15 now. Send a man in motion. That's Gavin Mestis. Wolverton looking for the screen. Has a man. Marcucci read it, and he made the tackle from behind. Good job by Cameron. Using all 6 foot 8 inches of that frame to make the tackle from behind. He saw and recognized screen, and he peeled off the pass rush. Still a decent gain there on 1st down. A pickup of about 8. That'll bring up 2nd and 7. And the Tigers, a lot of teams here through the second half of the year have used screens and misdirection, as Erie's a very aggressive defense. Now 5 wide, including 4 to the far side of the field. Wolverton all alone. He's going to throw the bubble screen. Tigers trying to get to it quickly, and they do. Good job that time. I think it was Ethan Vera that shot over there to make the tackle, the sophomore. A lot of sophomores on this Tiger team making an impact. A very good sophomore class, and Ethan Vera, one of those. So 3rd down and 5 here for the Demons. As time winding down here in the 1st half. Pistol formation. Little fake pitch misdirection, and the Tigers do a good job stopping it short. And down there, I think trying to do the official's job a little bit was Kellen Goldstein. Picked up the ball and moved it backward toward the, make sure it was short. It is. It's about 1.5 yards short. Durango was able to convert on kind of a little option rugby punt. See if they do that here again. No Ropers back to receive for Erie. Pretty shallow is Noah. I think they mostly want to stop any fakes. They'll roll it out. They will punt it rugby style. This one is going to be fielded by Roper at the 44. So the Tigers, 5:27. They'll take over here in the 2nd quarter. They have really tightened things down here defensively. The last few drives, Durango getting hurt by penalties, but not really able to move the ball much. While we have a moment, Tiger fans, we have just a smile you're looking for. Dr. Damon Caraway and his team of professionals work together to provide you with the highest standard of orthodontic care tailored to meet your individual needs and desires. They offer a full range of orthodontic services for patients of all ages, including children, teens, and adults. For more info, head to CarawayOrtho.com. 1st and 10 here for the Tigers. After the punt, it'll be Mansdorfer. He'll hand it off to Roper, who gets tripped up, but pretty good pickup there on 1st down as he has 5, almost 6 yards.
Thank you so much.
Tigers trying to go quickly here. And now it's Lucero coming in. The Tigers rotating quarterbacks, handoff to Roper. He skies over a defender and then stretches out toward the right boundary. Has enough for a 1st down and picks up about 8 or 9 on the play. Under 5 minutes to play here in the quarter now. Tigers really cycling personnel in and out. Now Mathis, Gilmore, and Isaac Kana in the game. And a little bit of confusion out there. In fact, Erie's going to have to burn a timeout. So Erie takes a timeout here. That is their first charged timeout of the half. How about having all your insurance needs under one roof? Let State Farm's Jeannie Holst take care of all your insurance needs. Jeannie's been serving the Erie community for almost 15 years and would like to serve you as well. Give Jeannie a call today at 303-828-4002 or visit online at jeannieholst.com. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Well, the Tigers are starting to find the right recipe, and they are cooking now. Ball across the 50 into Durango territory again, and defensively, outside of one big pass play that ended up for a touchdown, they have been stout, especially in stopping the run. Durango, with their freshman quarterback Wolverton, has not found much through the air. This Durango team could be a good team here. Pretty young team if you look across the roster. So 1st and 10 for the Tigers. This time it's Lucero. He's going to run a little counter with Roper on the right side. Has a hole, still on his feet as he spins. And now a late flag coming in, and that's behind the play in kind of the area of a holding or a chop block. And see the official indicating that it is a hold on Erie. That's going to back it up to about 1st and 14. Be marked off from the spot, and they'll replay the down. They're calling in the play. Interesting, we can clearly hear the Erie coaches in the booth next to us. It's the first time we've been able to hear that all year, so we hear them funneling in plays. In motion, that's Mathis. Play action. Lucero, he's going to fire. The deep ball has a man. It's Mathis. He makes the catch, and he will score. What a pass by Dion Lucero as he dropped it into Alex Mathis, and Mathis takes it into the end zone for another Tiger touchdown, and they lead it 19-7. Tigers dialed up the pass play, and man, what a pass it was. And a good catch by Alex Mathis. Here, one of the seniors trying to keep Erie's season going. Costine in to kick the extra point. Snap is high, good hold by Furman, and Costine pipes it through. So 20-7, the Erie lead here with 4:27, and it didn't take much time off the clock, but Erie, as we said, really starting to find some momentum here in this game. So a big pass play there for Lucero. 2 big pass plays for Erie. One, though, was by Noah Roper, but both to Alex Mathis, who's having himself a fine game. Alex at breakfast this morning, and Coach Carpenter was teasing with him about, hey, if you have 80 plays, you know, not all 80 are going to be good. And he said, today they are. And so Alex Mathis with the confidence, and he's made a couple real big plays here for Erie in the early goings of this one. Tigers having some trouble here getting ready to kick the kickoff. Will tee it off here. Julian, 2 kickoffs already have gone into the end zone for touchbacks. Julian will send this one deep. Side spinner that will go into the end zone for another touchback. And so Durango's offense, who has sputtered here the last 5 minutes or so, will come back out on the field trying to solve this Erie defense. Tiger defense has been good all year, especially in stopping the run. We'll see Wolverton come out and try and air it out on this Tiger team. 4 wide, 2 to each side of the formation. And a little bit of early action. Now Wolverton will pitch it on the basically what's a triple read option, and then up the sideline goes Mestis, but he stepped out well before then. Can't hear the whistle up in the press box. Tiger coaches next to us wanted a false start call. Looked like they got going a little bit early there in the backfield. Interesting play there. Almost like your old triple option, but they ran that from the shotgun, and the wide receiver was the pitch man. Wolverton gonna run it again, and the Tigers just string him along and push him toward the boundary, and then Wolverton just runs out of bounds. And that's gonna be 3rd and short, 3rd and about 2. Under 4 minutes to play now. Shout out to the Erie boys basketball team. They're having a watch party. Some impromptu cheerleading. All the way back at home in the Erie Auditorium. Thank you for sending in those tweets. We'll see if we can't fire those up here at halftime. Now option again, Wolverton cuts it up, and he's going to be close to the marker. Depends on the spot by the far sideline linesman. It looks like he's going to have it, but he's kind of zigzagging almost as he comes toward the ball, and they will give him enough for a first. So 3.5 minutes to play here. Durango trying to narrow the deficit. Four wide in the formation here for Durango. Tigers mixing up their front. Now Wolverton takes the chest-high snap, looks left, fires the slant, has a man, enough for a first down, and then he is pelted hard to the turf. Coming up and making the big hit for the Tigers was Nathan Hahn, a 5'8" junior, and an Erie choir student as well. So 1st and 10 here for the Demons. Second first down this drive. They're getting things going a little bit. Handoff up the middle. Breaking a tackle was Markham, and then he'll just kind of tumble his way forward for a pickup of about 4 on the play. Decent first down run there for the Demons. They have not done much on the ground today. We were keeping stats at the start, and then when our stream went down, we kind of focused on that. So no longer have any official stats. We'll see if we can't track some down, though, at halftime. 2nd and 6. Wolverton looks left, fires the quick out, enough for a first down, and now the short passing game starting to get going. A lot of that is rhythm and timing. And Durango's not had much of that today, but starting to find their rhythm a little bit here. Still not going overly quick. If you're Erie, you'd love to force a turnover. Here late in this half and try and even score again, but right now, more than anything, you just got to keep Durango out of the end zone. 2:01 left. Wolverton stops. He's looking deep. He's going to be flush from the pocket, pointing out blockers, and he's cut down around the knees as he crossed the 40 down to the 39. And a timeout here for Durango. It was Eddie Pena, I think, that came up and made the stop for Erie. Well, do you suffer from neck pain, back pain, or other ailments, including injuries from an auto accident? The fine folks at Great Day Chiropractic aim to treat the cause of your pain and restore your body to its best health. Check them out online today at greatdaychiro.com or give them a call at 303-828-5347. Huge shout out here to our crew, TJ Barksdale and Ethan Schrauf. Ethan upstairs running camera. This is only about the third football game that Ethan has ever witnessed. And I think he's doing a pretty good job here at camera today. We coached him up a little bit. And so give them your appreciation when you see them when we come back from school in a couple weeks. Or in a couple Mondays, I should say. As long drive out here. They had to share a hotel room, and they're happy to be part of the broadcast crew, I think, and we're happy to have them here. Makes this stream possible. And a flag here out of the timeout. And it's going to be an offside call, I think, on Erie. They're conferencing here. They're just saying that Erie lined up offside, and they did, so. So 1st and 10, ball now at the Tiger 34. Vera will come off for the Tigers. Durango trying to go quick here. Handoff, left side, and sneaking through a hole that time was Max Heisen. First time we've called his name. And Durango looking good here on this drive after a pickup of 12. Minute 39. Can Erie keep Durango out of the end zone? Cam Marcucci checks back in. That's good to see. And an offside call again on Erie. I think it was Nathan Hackney who tried to jump back on. So now 1st and 5. Three wide to the near side, 2 to the top of the formation for Wolverton. Takes the snap, looks, fires the quick screen to Mestis, trying to stretch it outside, and Noah Roper comes all the way from his safety spot to make the tackle, but that's another 7-8 yard pickup and a 1st down, and Durango knocking at the door with a minute left here in the half. 1st and 10 from the 11. Durango going quick here. Hansdorfer trying to sub off late. Tigers trying to line their defense. Now Gilmore will go out in the flat. Looking toward there. Tigers pressuring Wolverton. Nelms chasing, and that one's thrown inbounds and then stepping out. A pickup actually of about 6 on the play. Didn't look like much was there. But Wolverton just bought time and found the underneath man. Freshman Wolverton, he's a poised kid. That pressure burned down on him and didn't flinch. So 2nd and 5 here from the 6. They can get a 1st down inside the 1. 5 wide again, and the Tigers are going to call a timeout here as defense just looks a little bit out of sync here in terms of matching up against the formation. So 46 seconds left, and Erie would love a big play here. Durango's done a good job. They forced 5 turnovers against Canyon City last week in their rout of Canyon City. Erie doing a good job protecting the football here today, but if you're the Erie defense, you'd love to kind of return them the favor, if you will. So here we go, 2nd and 5 from the 6. Erie trying to sort out the defense here. We'll have one in the backfield with Wolverton, that's Heisen. Wolverton takes the snap, play action, passes the quick out, and a touchdown there for Durango. 41 seconds left. It was kind of a little pivot route or whip route where the receiver comes in and then just kind of pivots right toward the sideline, and it was decent coverage, but that's a tough route to defend in man coverage. And Durango will squeeze the Erie lead here down to 6 if they can make the extra point. Snap good. The kick almost blocked. Erie got some good pressure in there, and I think that might have even been tipped. But it's good. So a 6-point lead here for Erie. 41 seconds left. We've seen Erie make a couple good passes, and you got to wonder how aggressive they're going to be now. Durango, they like to squib or pooch it and cause mass chaos and confusion on the return. So the Tigers have tried to prepare for that. The first kick we saw, though, from the Demons was a touchback. Demons coming out here kind of bunched together. It would not surprise me if they tried a little onside here. You're the 13 seed, you're at home. Sometimes see teams in those situations like to gamble. And here is the squibber. Picked up here for Erie. And not much going. Ball will be at the 32. That was Tyler Gardner that picked up that one here for the Tigers. So we'll see what the Tigers have up their sleeve here. 36 seconds left. And there was a penalty on Durango that's going to move the ball all the way up to Erie's 47. So good field position, only 36 seconds left. Erie has one timeout. Lucero with the hard count, now checks in with the sideline. Not many in the box for Durango. Erie might try and run here, knowing that they got a timeout in their hip pocket. They'll send Mansdorfer in motion. Here goes the little counter sweep. Roper gets tackled in the backfield. A really excellent tackle. And that was Everett Howland, kind of from his corner position, that just set the edge, and Noper tried to go high around him, and he lassoed him around the ankles and yanked him down. Erie uses their final timeout. Smart Erie trying to run the ball here. They had the numbers as Durango really dropped off in coverage. Dion's 3 picks on the year. One came at Roosevelt in a similar situation to this. Didn't really hurt them. Tigers were just trying to be aggressive. It was picked off inside of Roosevelt's own 10. So Erie in these situations, they like to air it out and be aggressive. We'll come out with 3 wide. Having a couple clock problems, but 24 on the Clock a deep out, and that one is picked. And no, they'll say that the defender could not catch it inbounds. I don't think Dion saw the underneath defender as Mathis was coming back. And a penalty, I think that's going to be a roughing the passer. So the interception wouldn't have mattered anyways, even if he got his feet in bounds. You see a lot of Tiger fans clapping, and they're going to mark off some yardage here against Durango. So now the Tigers have it in Demon territory. 20 seconds left here in the half. Now Mansdorfer in motion across the formation. Lucero, hard count, takes it, rolls to his left. Gonna look, and he will run it out of bounds with 14 seconds on the clock. So 2nd and 8. Tigers still trying to be aggressive and score here. Tigers late getting some subs on. Now Zach Rees will be subbed out. Tigers still have a little bit of time on the play clock. Tigers get set. Lucero looks, fires over the middle. It's caught, and it's a hook and ladder. Mansdorfer has it across the 20, and it's a fumble. Back the other way goes Durango. Cutting across the field, and disaster. And a touchdown for Durango as time expires. And a flag coming. I think we're going to see a sideline warning on Durango. That won't negate the touchdown. Actually, a couple flags. And, oh man, the Tigers had a nice play dialed up there as Mathis tipped it back to Mansdorfer. And then a fumble. Just couldn't hold on to it. And a 80-plus yard return. And they have not put the points on the board yet. And I personally didn't even see the fumble till Durango started running the other way with it. So sideline warning, the touchdown's still good. And it's 20-20. Oh man, Tigers trying to score, and they give up points right before the end of the half. And they will have to back up the extra point here. So that was more than just a sideline warning. I think that was an excessive celebration. I'm not totally sure what that was called. But man, this is a really long extra point now. It will be a try of 35 yards. This could be big as Erie couldn't convert. They'll send pressure. The extra point is good. Good kick. And the Demons lead Erie by 1 here at halftime. All right, we're going to take a break. Not the way you want to end the half if you're Erie, but still in the thick of things. It's 21-20 Demons here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Hi, my name is Caleb Humble, and you're watching the Erie Tiger Network.
Chiropractors don't treat your symptoms. We treat the cause of your symptoms. On your first visit, we'll review your medical history and examine your vital signs, posture, strength, and reflexes. We'll also perform tests which are designed to give us insight into what may be causing your problem. The doctors at Great Day Chiropractic don't just treat adults. We also treat children of all ages. We're located in historic Old Town Erie at 515 Briggs Street. We're open 5 days a week from Monday through Friday and the second and fourth Saturdays of each month.
Do you want a better smile, have a broken bracket, or are you a teenager in need of some braces? Then make your way down to Caraway Orthodontics. They are located in Louisville and Erie. Caraway Orthodontics supports Erie High School and its community. Come in and gain a beautiful smile for children, teens, and adults. They also provide Invisalign. Call this number 303-828-0454 or go to carawayortho.com.
Click the search bar on the top right-hand corner of the screen and search up Erie Tiger Network. Click the channel icon and then press the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to receive notifications about when we post. Click the thumbs up icon to like the video. To enter full screen mode, press the icon on the bottom right hand corner. To skip forward or backwards 10 seconds, double tap the left or right hand side of the screen. Press the pause button in the middle of the screen to pause the video. To skip to a different video, press the skip button when the video is paused.
Yeah, I'm married. Doesn't matter. You do that for me? Really? Yeah, I'd like that.
Who are you talking to?
It's Jake from State Farm. Sounds like a really good deal.
Jake from State Farm at 3 in the morning? Who is this?
It's Jake from State Farm.
What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm?
Khakis.
She sounds hideous.
Well, she's a guy, so.
Another reason more people stay with State Farm. Get to a better state.
And you're watching Erie Tiger Network.
We would like to say a huge thank you to the sponsors that have helped make this stream possible. Thank you again to the Mathis family, Ron Cardenas, and Ruben Portillo for their contributions. Another thank you to Couper Electric, Lynch Material Handling, Werks Irrigation and Landscape, and Gilmore Voice Studio for their support as local companies within the community of Erie. On behalf of the Erie community, we'd like to thank you.
And welcome back in here to halftime as the Tigers trail it by 1 here, 21-20 after kind of a miracle finish for the Demons on a fumble recovery return. And we still, at least in the booth, haven't had a chance to look at the fumble. Like I said, I didn't even see there was a fumble. And then I just saw Durango heading the other way. Still about 11 minutes here before the start of the second half. The Durango band playing here. Let's go over a quick scoring summary. Durango got it started on their first drive. After the nice pass down the seam, they would end up going 80 yards on the drive and scored off a 59-yard pass play. And then Erie, they started to find their rhythm offensively. A huge run by Noah Roper set things up nicely for the Tigers. And then Noah Roper bounced it to the outside, tucked it in the pylon, and was able to score. Tigers got another stop, got the ball back, and this time Noah Roper had the halfback pass as he delivered it down the field. It was Alex Mathis that hauled it in on a big play. Tigers would later score on that drive. And then the Tigers again defensively looked real good. The Tigers came out, got the ball. They crossed into the Demons side of the field, and it was a 45-yard touchdown pass from Dion Lucero to Alex Mathis. That would put the Tigers up 19-7. Then they kicked the extra point, 20-7. Then the Demons finally engineered their best drive of the day, going all the way down the field with about 4 or 3.5 minutes left on the clock. They scored with about 40 seconds left. That would cut the Tiger lead to 20-14. Erie got the ball back. They tried to run a few plays with time running out, ran the hook and ladder, and then on the lateral it was caught, but as Mansdorfer was running, he fumbled it, and it was picked up and returned the other way for a touchdown by the Demons, and then they kicked the extra point. Actually, it was a 35-yard extra point that needed to be made, and it was up and good, and that's how they lead it by 1. So unfortunately for Erie, after what felt like a dominating second quarter, they find themselves trailing going into the locker room. They talked about adversity and things not going perfect. How would they respond? And we'll see how they respond here in this half. We are just going to mute our mics for a moment, drink some water, and then we'll have the second half for you here on the Erie Tiger Network.
First National Bank of Durango, Hampton Inn, and Levitt Group Insurance. It's a powerful combination. Durango Demons and game time.
Ready? I just want to thank the student body for coming out and supporting the Tigers today, and especially the Erie Tiger Network for coming and supporting the team. Go Tigers.
This is Rees. Thank you for supporting the Erie Tigers.
Hi, this is Matt Buckler, principal of Erie High School. Thank you for watching the Erie Tiger Network, and go Tigers.
We would like to say a huge thank you to the sponsors that have helped make this stream possible. Thank you again to the Mathis family, Ron Cardenas, and Ruben Portillo for their contributions. Another thank you to Couper Electric, Lynch Material Handling, Werks Irrigation and Landscape, and Gilmore Voice Studio for their support as local companies within the community of Erie. On behalf of the Erie community, we'd like to thank you.
Scores from around the area and across chat. Mayfield's playing at Resurrection Christian and it is 0-0 in the first quarter. Longmont is playing at Meade and it is 8-0 Longmont in the first quarter. Roosevelt is playing at Palisade and it is 0-0 in the first quarter. Rifle is playing at Palmer Ridge and it is 14-0 Palmer Ridge leading in the first quarter.
And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network, as we are ready to roll here for the start of the second half. Erie will be receiving the ball. We've gotten a lot of texts from different people. Mr. Buckler even called up to the booth to ask if that was indeed a fumble, and honestly, we could not tell even on the replay. That wasn't our best angle to necessarily even see. It actually looked like Mansdorfer was trying to pitch the ball there. So, not sure exactly he was down or not, but it was bang bang either way. Unfortunately, Tigers the ball is not round, and you know it just bounces funny ways sometimes. And unfortunately for Erie, the ball did not bounce their way on that fumble right into the arms of a Demon. We're trying to make sure that our stream is working and good. I know a couple people are on it, about 3 people that have monitored the stream for us. If you could actually give us a text, as our hotspot internet that we've been watching the stream on has gone down. And so I'm not sure if it's working live or not. If you could shoot us a text and let us know. If it is, obviously if it's not, you probably can't hear this, but that is no good. From Erie is that we're good. Thank you, Mr. Stasina, who is also helping us out with the watch party. And Erie's coming out for the second half. See if he can keep us updated, because we are still not seeing a stream whatsoever. All right, well, thank you to those on the chat letting us know as well. So here we go. Erie will receive the ball to start the second half after a disastrous end to the first half. We'll see if they can recover here from that. Here goes the kick. This one low and good through the end zone. Pretty good kick there that time. So Erie will start at 1st and 10 on their own 20. Way you saw the commercial, thanking our sponsors. Another shout out to Alan and Tina Rees, who have generously sponsored our stream to make it possible. We owe Chassa rights to stream a playoff game, and so those rights tend to get expensive during playoff football. 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Hand off to Roper. He's going to spin off of one tackler into the teeth of the defense, but a pickup of 4, almost 5 on 1st down.
And number 8, Noah Roper, held to a gain of 4 yards after being tackled by number 59, Savion Jones-Embry, and number 71, John Dodge.
2nd and 6 here. Hard count by Lucero. He'll check in with the sideline. Tigers have 2 to the far side of the formation as wideouts. Hand off to Roper up the gut. Found a little seam and then leans it out across the 30 for a 1st down. So always feel good coming out of the locker room, getting that first down. You can kind of almost breathe a sigh of relief. This helps get you in a rhythm. Hard to understate how important that first down of a drive is. Kind of opens the playbook up. So Erie on the attack. High snap, play action. Lucero looking. He's going to look downfield, fires it, and good coverage down there was Markham, and actually I think it was Nelms who stopped and leaned back the other way and just couldn't quite hold on to the ball. Pretty good strike by Lucero, throwing it away from the defender. 2nd and 10. Mathis will split out toward the boundary side, the Erie sideline. Roper will take the snap. He's going to run it himself and makes one man miss, and then pretty good job of getting 4 or 5 yards on the carry. Looked like there wasn't much there on the initial hole, and then Noah just kind of hesitated and snuck it up there. So that'll make a little more 3rd and manageable. 3rd and about a long 6 here. They need to get the nose of the football to the 40. Lucero will run option. He'll keep it himself. That's actually Mansdorfer, and Mansdorfer pinballs off a defender, then backsteps his way over the 40 and has enough for a 1st down. And that Durango defense, they have keyed on Roper all day. They do not want to get beat by Noah Roper, and that has left some wide open lanes for Mansdorfer. First and 10 here. Tigers looking to the sideline. They'll send Mansdorfer in motion. It's Lucero back there this time. Hand off to Roper. He follows Mansdorfer. Gets stopped in line. Still on his feet. Breaking tackles. He's across the 50. Rumbling over defenders. Shaking people aside. And he's all the way up to the 40. Pickup there of 19 yards on the run, as Roper just refused to be brought down. Now one of the Demons limping off the field. I believe that was Jones Embry. Hand off to Roper, following Marcucci, pushes off his back, has a hole across the 30, and finally stumbles down to the 21. Another pickup of 20 there. So Noah Roper starting to find some room. That time behind Marcucci, who pulled from his right tackle spot and just plowed a hole. It's Mansdorfer this time in the shotgun. Mansdorfer on a good first drive here. He's going to take it himself, cuts it back across the hash, and picks up 7 on first down. Well, the Tiger offense has been really good, and outside of one big play and one drive, the defense has been solid. It was that one big, kind of almost unlucky play. And the Tigers find themselves in a 1-point hole here. Hard count for Mansdorfer. He's going to keep it himself left side and just puts the head down and drives his way to the 10. So first and goal now for Erie. A nice long methodical drive. That was Wingfield that was in the backfield that time. Oh, Roper catching a breath. Two split here to the wide side. The near side. It's Roper. He'll keep it himself. Gets hit, spurts through a hole, and then gets it all the way down to the 1. Man, how many times is Roper going to look like he's bottled up before he suddenly emerges from a mass of bodies into the open space? And now the Tigers knocking on the door. We're going to run it here, I think, with Roper. In the shotgun again. He will follow, cuts it up to the right, trying to spin his way back in. I think he's across the goal line, and no. There's actually a yellow line from the 6-yard goalie box, and that's what I saw him cross. It is about a half a yard short. 3rd and 1. Tigers need to punch it in here. Still back some of the momentum they relinquished at the end of the half. Roper again, he's just going to take it to the right, and he will rumble his way in. So touchdown for the Tigers, and they're back on top here in this one, 26-21. And they will kick an extra point here. Thought maybe they might go for 2 to try and get back up by 7, but Coach Couper will elect to kick the extra point here with plenty of time still left in this game. Snap is high, hold is good, and the kick is good. 21-27, the Tigers lead it after a great opening drive here to start this half. They engineer an 80-yard drive, including a couple runs of Noah Roper of 15 yards or longer. And then ultimately Noah Roper punches it into the end zone for his 3rd touchdown of the day. So 27-21 lead. Costine will kick it off here for the Tigers. Hey, and that's how you answer. I mean, that play that Durango had at the very end of the half, that can take the wind out of your sails. I was calling a Sterling playoff game, and they had a pick 6 on the last play of the half against Gunnison in a playoff game. Erie would go on, or Sterling would go on to lose in overtime. So Gunnison, although they gave up the big play at the end of the first half, they still held on to win. Like to see Erie do that today. That ball taken a yard deep, and so a touchback. And several Tigers getting down the field, making sure they touch the end zone line. So 6:38 left here in the 3rd quarter, and it will be Durango. It starts on their own 20. Finally got something going there at the end of that first half. They scored on a long drive. Now late sub coming on here for Durango. And into the backfield was Everett Howland. Now the motion 3 to the near side. Handoff to Howland. He's going to cut it back into the teeth of the Tiger defense, and they will drive him backward. A pickup of 2 on the play, and that will draw some claps from Coach Couper and the players on the sideline. Tigers bringing out the full squad here for this big playoff game. 7-hour drive with a couple-hour pit stop for practice in Alamosa. 2nd and 8. 2 wide to each side. Now stepping up is Wolverton, eludes pressure and chasing him down from behind, I think was Ian McDonald, and makes a great tackle. Wolverton had some space. So that'll bring up 3rd and 5 here for the Demons. Wolverton in the pistol. He has 2 backs. They're going to run a little misdirection, and that was diagnosed well from the get-go, and the Tigers stuffed the run. I think that was Nate Hackney that just stayed home and made the play. Nate Hackney, one of the leading tacklers on this Tiger team. Anytime you have a defensive end up there in tackles, that's a good sign for a team. Means a lot of plays stop dead at the line of scrimmage. Here goes the punt. A low one away from Roper. It's going to bounce. Roper picks it up here. He'll take it to the sideline. Roper trying to just plow over the top of the defender, and doing a good job holding his ground was Cade Engel. So So 1st and 10 for the Tigers. You score, you get a 3 and out. Can you score again? That would be the perfect start to the quarter. (27-21). First down here for the Tigers. And Tigers have shuffled who receives the snap a lot today. Colby Wingfield will actually come out here and start the drive as running back. Lucero is the one in the pistol. They will hand it off to Wingfield. Lowers the head and the nice change of pace back, if you will. Move himself forward for a pickup of 4 on 1st down. Holes are there. The Tiger O-line really starting to settle into this game. Marcucci, Hackney, Arlington, Velota, and Spencer Brooks have looked real solid. Jamie Nelms too. And Zach Rees, he loves to hit people. This is his 1st year playing football since the 8th grade, and he has been really good here down the stretch, getting more and more playing time for the Tigers. Good run by Wingfield off on the left side, and he'll have it up to the 40, and so that'll bring up a 3rd and 2 here as Noah Roper will check back in for the Tigers. Tigers have found some success running over that left side. Let's see if they keep doing that here. It's a little keeper by Mansdorfer, puts his foot in the ground, fumbles the football, and I don't think he fell on it. I think a Tiger did, though. And no, Durango jumping up and down like they have it, and they do. Oh, man. It was a 1st down. And Mansdorfer frustrated as he comes to the sideline. There was a penalty on Erie, which will be declined. So the 2nd turnover of the day for the Tigers. Now can the defense respond? Oh man, things looking so good for Erie. Another 1st down and then another fumble. 1st and 10 out for the Demons in Erie territory. Tigers will send a blitz. It's going to be a play action pass. Hit as he throws, and that's actually a little bit unfortunate. The Tigers had that extremely well covered, and he cocked back his arm to pass. I think that would have been intercepted by Roper. Almost too good a defense that time from your front. As Durango wanted to hit a big play, and that running back that caught the pitch, he was ready to throw even though the Tigers had that fully covered. That was double coverage. So now 2nd and 10. Wolverton looking to his right, throws the stop route. Enough for a 1st down there. By the way, Augustin Salas not playing for Erie as he is out sick. And so I believe he will actually miss the rest of the year. And that's a big loss to the secondary. So Eddie Pena trying to step up in his place. Well, another important series here. Handoff up the middle, the draw, catches Erie off guard. Markham will stretch it out. Flags come in, fighting off tacklers, and he will be tackled in the end zone, but there is a penalty on Durango. And so I think both referees knew it, and that's why neither of them really signaling touchdown. And it is a hold, but that's way down the field. That's going to back up Durango to about the 22, but more than enough for a 1st down. And another penalty coming well after. We might see an unsportsmanlike. So we had a hold back Durango up, and then after the play, someone I think may have said something. I think this has been a pretty well officialed game today. Here, this playoff crew. Ball will be spot the 20, and now they will back it up another 15. So a hold, and then the official never gave a signal, but they administered 2 penalties there. So I think the other one being of a 15-yard unsportsmanlike variety. And that's a killer if you are Durango. You had it all the way down inside the 10, and 2 penalties back you up. It will be 1st and 10 though. All the way back at the Erie 35. So Erie defense, a little more breathing room. Now the white hat chatting here with Coach Couper, letting him know what's going on. Tigers getting gashed on the draw that time. Man in motion. That's Gage Mestis. Tigers look like they'll be playing man here. Wolverton will step up in the pocket, and he is hit hard down low as he picks up about 3 or 4 on the quarterback scramble.
And a gain of 3 yards by number 11, Wolverton.
The game has just a weird feel to it right now. 2 minutes left here in the quarter. 2nd and 7 here. It'll give him about 3 on that carry. 2nd and a long 7. Gotta get the nose of the football to the 25. Wolverton in the pistol with 2 backs this time. Little misdirection and a missed tackle by Vera. He was in the backfield. Now Markham stretches it out, and he'll work his way across the 25 down to the 22. Man, Ethan Vera shot in, had a shot at the running back and just couldn't yank him down. Here he's gotten excellent penetration all game. Just couldn't clean him up that time. Minute and a half remaining here in the quarter. Tigers showing blitz. They bring the house, and I think they're going to call, they might call Erie for offside here. As they were showing blitz, looked like an Erie defender might have been across the line. And it is offside. Now 1st and 5. Erie needs a big play defensively. They have not forced any turnovers here today. Here goes the play action. Wolverton still has it. He's being held. There is the call. Good call by the official. Both of the coaches in the box next to us were calling it. That was a clear, obvious hold, as obvious as it'll get, and that will back up Durango. And I don't know if the fans will like it that much. It seems like they've held a few times, but holding calls don't get too much easier than that when you grab the jersey. So what was 1st and 5 will back up Durango, and it will be 1st and about 23. I think it actually should have gone back a little bit further. So 1st and 21, actually, from the spot. Another little play action. Here comes the Erie Heat. It's a little screen pass underneath. Well diagnosed. And Noah Roper trying to desperately strip the ball out. And the Durango fans think that there was some extracurriculars late, and Bradford clapping toward the Durango sideline. Don't want to see that. That actually was a loss of yardage. And Tigers sent pressure, and they got it. They've gotten some good pressure on this drive. Now 2nd. Well, that's going to be the end of the quarter. So the Tigers lead it by 6. We'll go to our final quarter of play here in Durango. It's been an interesting one so far. We'll take a quick break here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Hi, my name is Caleb Humble, and you're watching the Erie Tiger Network.
Open up a browser and look up youtube.com/Erie Tiger Network. To subscribe, sign into YouTube and press the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to receive notifications about ETN posts. To like the video, click the thumbs up button on the right hand side of the screen. Use the bar on the bottom of the screen to move and skip parts in the video. To skip forward or backwards, use the arrow keys to move 5 seconds. You can pause the video at any time by pressing the spacebar or clicking with the mouse.
And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network, as it is time for the 4th quarter. And it's 2nd and 27. Now, or at least that's what the scoreboard is showing. Let's see, they spot the ball at the Erie 35. It's about 23, so it's really 2nd and 23. They've got to get down to the 13-yard line. Beg your pardon, the 12-yard line. Here comes a pass. Wolverton steps up, fires down the sideline, has a man perfectly placed and dropped. Just could not hold on to it. That was put on an absolute dime by Wolverton, and I think it was Alex Hayes that couldn't bring it in. Whew, that's the type of drop that I think might haunt you if you are Hayes. Now a 3rd and real long. So, must stop short here if you're Erie. This is kind of the spot of the field, though, where you might see them try and get half of it and then go for it on 4th. Here comes the pressure, and the Tigers get a sack, and then I think we might see a face mask. It's going to be a face mask on Erie. They got the sack back at the 40. And as he stepped forward, a couple Tigers grabbed the face mask, and oh man. So that's going to put it all the way up to the 25. And it's still 3rd down. So 3rd and 12. Would have been 4th and a mile. Now Wolverton checking in on the sideline. Call a play here. That's Gage Mestis trying to shovel the play in. So clock rolling here. 11:50 and counting. Now 3rd and 12 here for the Demons. Now it's definitely 4-down territory. Wolverton alone in the backfield. Tigers trying to stop the out route here, and that will be stopped short of the first down. They'll mark him down around the 18. So that'll bring up a 4th and about 6 here. Oh boy, this might be the defining defensive play here in this game for the Tigers. They need to find a way to keep Durango off the scoreboard. So 4th and 6. TJ can tell his palms are sweating here next to me. I'm nervous up here. And I think we might have a delay of game or an illegal substitution. And a timeout was called by Durango. So no penalty. Just a timeout. That took Durango a while to get the play in, and so they'll burn their first of the half with 11:26 remaining. Go Airheads Airsoft Field and Store in Erie, Colorado gives children, teens, and adults an exhilarating, unforgettable experience and unique battle zone. Play against your friends and friends-to-be. Even play head-to-head against an army of zombies during our I Am Zombie game. For more info, be sure to check them out online at goairheads.com. Once again, a special thanks to all of the playoff sponsors that have helped make this stream free for all of you that are watching. The Mathis Family, Ron Cardenas, Couper Electric, Ruben Portillo, Lynch Material Handling, Waterworks Irrigation Landscape, Gilmore Voice Studio, and Alan and Tina Rees. Here we go, 4th and 6. Ball spotted at the near hash. Inside the 20. Empty backfield for Wolverton. Wide open. And a knockdown. A batted ball that time by Bradford. It looked wide open, and a huge play that time by Bradford. What a play. No one covered him for Erie. There was that slot receiver, and they left him wide open, and Bradford kind of bailed out a misalignment on defense there by the Tigers. Good read by Wolverton. On that quick pass, that's going to be on film study. They're going to tell that left tackle he's got to cut the D lineman. So here we go, Erie ball. They need a big play. They don't surrender any points after the fumble. Hand off to Roper, right side, knifes his way through a hole. Then it gets twisted down out across the 20, close to the 21.
Number 18 down by number 17, Max Heisen. Number 3, Dawson Markham. And number 8.
Now 11 minutes and counting here. Because of the missed extra point, you really want to score if you're Erie. Too wide, Lucero in the pistol. There's Roper behind him. Gonna hand off to Roper, right side. Steps through one arm tackle and then gets stacked up as he crosses the 25. They'll give him forward progress to the 26. That'll bring up 3rd and 2. Tigers quickly to the line. Lucero still checking in here. Actually, that might be Mansdorfer in the shotgun. Actually looks like Roper's going to take the snap. He will follow the lead blocker. Roper had, it looked like, some daylight there and then just kind of got tripped up across the 30, enough for a first down out to the 31. You can feel the high tensions here in this stadium. The nerves on both fan bases at all-time highs this year. 1st and 10. Ball spotted at the far hash. Tigers will sub Mathis on late here. Trying to get the play in. Play clock running down. Lucero's got to get this snap off quick. And a timeout, I think, coming here for Erie. And yes, they do spend a timeout. So 27-21, Erie leads it, 9:23 left. 2 timeouts for both teams. Erie has it 1st and 10 though, so gotta feel good about where Erie's at. They have the ball and the lead as time not a friend of Durango. At least right now at this juncture. By the way, we were trying to look up some scores from around the state. Bayfield, which is really close here to Durango, well, they don't have any impact on this Erie bracket in 3A, but they're up 14-0 on Rees Christian. We'll see if we can't get a few more. 1st and 10. Play action. Lucero, he's going to uncork one deep. He has Mathis, and oh, it goes through the fingers. That was a tough one. Good coverage that time by Gage Congdon. And it was a good pass by Lucero. Mathis kind of looking back into the sun and being blanketed. Couldn't quite field the ball. By the way, Palmer Ridge leads Rifle 35-0. That was at halftime. 2nd and 10. Handoff. Roper knifes his way through the hole again and then just backs his way, tumbling ahead for a pickup of 8.
Number 8 taken down by number 17, Max Tyson, and number 3, Watson Martin.
By the way, Meade was leading Longmont 15-0 before I think Meade blocked a punt. 3rd and short. Handoff, Roper, and he is devoured. Still on his feet, though. But he's going nowhere fast. Forward progress will still put him all the way up to the 46, but Durango's going to get the ball back here. That was a run blitz all the way by the Demons, selling out to stop Noah Roper. And they got to him in the backfield. Lost there on the play. Now the Tigers will be forced to punt. Snap to Julian. Here comes pressure. He'll drive a low one. Kind of a side spinner. First man misses. Still on his feet is the returner here. I think that was Alex Hayes on the return. Couldn't quite see the number. Nope, that was actually Dawson Markham, the running back. So 1st and 10 for Durango. They were able to stop Erie and get the ball back. Tigers just couldn't connect on the big play. Wolverton in the shotgun. He's got 4 wide. Handoff to Markham. Good run there on 1st down, and then He just keeps driving the feet and picks up 9. He was stood up, but then kept pushing the pile forward for about 2 or 3 more yards.
And a run by number 3, Dawson Markham, aided by a push from number 73, Ryan Barkley, results in a gain of 9 yards.
2nd and 1. This has shades of the Pueblo East game. Here's the play action. Wolverton breaks contain. Being spied, though, by McDonald, and he has enough for a first down, but only a pickup of about 4. Wolverton has done a good job just sliding, avoiding pressure, and then picking up small chunks of yardage that are there. He had a drop touchdown last drive that would have put the Demons on top. First and 10. Wolverton in the pistol. Long developing handoff, actually ran into Markham, but has room on the sideline and chases it up toward the 30. They'll spot him out of bounds at the 31. That time going off edge. Durango has not had a ton of success on the ground this game, but found some good room that time. First and 10, 31. Under 6.5 minutes to play. And the handoff up the middle. Vera is there for the tackle. And a pickup of 4. Coach Couper wanted an illegal motion call as there were 2 players in motion at one time for Durango, and the referee did not see it. Now 2nd and 6. Wolverton, the freshman, has done well today. Looks left, fires the little slant, caught, and then stood up and brought down right near the marker. I think he has enough. Needed to get to the 21, and they'll spot it just shy of the 20. Well, that's going to be awful close. They are going to measure this one. That was right at the down marker. It was a good spot. Not sure if that's enough or not, so they will bring the chain out to measure. Let's take a peek here. And that will be just short by about 2 inches. Referee literally holding up one hand and showing that that might be 1 or 2 inches short. If you are Durango, you might think about a little play action here as Erie tries to sell out to stop the short yardage play, because you only have to pick up a couple inches there on 4th down should you throw an incomplete pass. They'll split out 4 wide. Let's see what they do here. 3rd and inches. Said they'll run it up the middle, and that's enough for the first down by Markham as he just drives his way actually inside the 20 to about the 19.5. Now 5:11 left. Oh boy. First and 10, Durango in a similar position earlier this quarter. Tigers defense held. They've been out there a long time. That's why they need a turnover or some big play. Man in motion. Gilmore going across the formation. Hand off to Markham, left side, and he is just stacked up and gobbled a yard back behind the line of scrimmage. I think that was Jamie Nelms that got in there. So now 2nd and 11. Under 4.5 minutes to play. Tigers trying to fight for their playoff lives here. 2 wide to each side. Running back flanking Wolverton. Little draw. That was well diagnosed or well designed and well executed, and a first down. That one all the way inside the 10. Now under 4 minutes to play. That has gotten Erie a couple times, that draw play. So 1st and goal from the 9. Under 4 minutes now. This time Wolverton under center with an I formation behind him. He'll hand it off left side. Markham bounces off one player and he will score. Touchdown there for the Demons, and they're an extra point away here from taking the lead. Oh boy. That defense has been out there an awful long time for the Tigers. Turnovers have hurt Erie today, and they need to come up with a play here on the extra point. Tigers showing like they're going to send heavy pressure. They do, but the extra point is good, and it's a 1-point lead here for the Demons. Well, Erie, they had a similar situation last game, about 3.5 minutes. They had to go down the field and score against Pueblo East, and they're going to have to do that here again. And there was a personal foul called on Durango after the extra point, and so they will have to kick off from their own 25. So Erie will have good field position here. Well, for those of you watching back in Erie, thank you so much for joining us here on what has been just a wild game with some unfortunate bounces for Erie, but they're only down 1. Find out what kind of medal your team has. I don't think Erie has yet realized that the kickoff was moved back 15 yards. Well, they do, and they'll adjust. No Roper, the deep man here, along with Mansdorfer. Both of them back at the 17. This is kind of the situation where you don't want to squib it if you're Durango, because that would give Erie excellent field position. You also don't want no Roper to have the ball in open space. So here we go, short kick. It's Mansdorfer will let it roll out of bounds, and so a penalty. And that will put the ball up, I believe, at the 35 here is where Erie will start 3:26 left. We are just as nervous in the broadcast booth as you are watching at home. We are actually going to take a mic break. We're not going to set it to commercials. Sometimes that messes with our stream. So hold on for a moment here on the Erie Tiger Network. All right, here we go. 1st and 10 for the Tigers at the 50. Hand off to Roper, making people miss, hurdling a defender, and across the 40 for a first down. So after the kick out of bounds, the ball is spotted on an out-of-bounds kick at midfield after the penalty on the previous kickoff. So you can't just kick it out and bring the ball back where a normal kickoff would go out of bounds. Hand off to Roper again, and a holding call behind the play. Now that's going to back Erie up. Spencer Brooks pleading with the official. So that will bring up about a 1st and 16 or so because of where the ball is spotted. So big play coming, as every play is a big play now at this juncture of the game. Man in motion. Hand off to Roper into the middle, stays on his feet, still driving ahead, and a good chunk of yardage after the initial contact. By Roper, that's going to bring up 2nd and about 12. Second and 12. Lucero barking out the play. Looks like Durango will send pressure, and now a penalty flag coming in. I'm not sure who this will be on. And it's on Erie. So that's going to back him up even further. Man. All right, so now 2nd and about 16 or so. Still have time. You're on the Durango side of the field. Lucero will hand it off to Roper, and he breaks away from a tackle. He stretches it out to the near side and just tripped up, and then a flag comes in, and they're going to call a hold on Mathis. Oh, man, for a second there, I thought Roper was going to break that one, and he just got tripped up. Oh, boy, Erie just getting tagged for 3 penalties on this crucial season-saving drive. They declined the penalty, so it's 3rd and 16. Durango fans loud. 1:49 left. Lucero checking the play at the line. Soft coverage here. It'll be a passing play. Little tunnel screen. Kana catches the back end of the football, and then he gets pelted to the turf. And Erie's going to have to call a timeout, being 4th and 13. Oh, man. The season will come down to this because Erie, should they not convert, would only have 1 timeout remaining. Not enough to stop the Demons. This is your season right here. What do you do? I don't figure Erie will put it in the air. Do you try and just send a guy open, or do you split Noah Roper out and just take a chance that he'll beat his man? Durango gonna drop a lot back in coverage here. Roper in the shotgun with Lucero. Now he'll motion out wide to the right. Lucero takes it, steps up in the pocket, leaks to his right, fires the deep out cut, and he has Mathis for a first down. Huge play, great throw, great catch by Mathis coming back toward the sideline, and the Tigers are still in business. What excellent execution there on 4th and 12. Whew, take a deep breath for a second, Tiger fans. The drama's not over yet, though. 1st and 10. In the pistol now. 1:25. Play action or roll action here by Lucero. He's going to jump and fire it to the sideline. Good throw, got beyond the line of scrimmage, and he was outside the pocket, so no intentional grounding. Good decision there by the sophomore Dion Lucero. Question is, are the Tigers in field goal range? That's been a tough one all year. Really, you just want a score. A score and a 2-point conversion would give a huge sigh of relief to that Erie sideline. Handoff, Roper up the middle, following his blockers, and then just puts his head down and chops the feet across the 20. 1:09 and counting. 3rd down. Tigers split out 2 wide to the left. 2 tight ends. Hand off to Roper. Jumps over the line, and he's got enough for a first down. Roper has been soaring through the air this game. Tigers certainly in a spot now where you got to feel decent about a field goal in terms of how close they are. But once again, with 44 seconds left, just score a touchdown. 1st and 10. Handoff, Roper has a hole. Noah Roper into the end zone, and the Tigers take the lead with 35 seconds left here in Durango. Noah Roper. What a drive by the Tigers when you needed it most. A huge 4th down pickup by Dion Lucero and Alex Mathis, and then Noah Roper puts the exclamation point on the drive. And Erie is going to call another timeout before they go for 2 here. Oh boy. What a game this has been. Back to back. Just barn burners the last 2 weeks. If you are a cardiologist watching in Erie, you might want to think about sponsoring next game, as The Tigers acting a little more like the cardiac kids. Oh my goodness. All right, so what are they going to dial here for 2? Seen a couple times this year where they like to put the ball in the hands of Noah just coming out of the backfield in shotgun. You didn't see him do that little Tebow jump pass. Alex Mathis split out wide. Let's see what they do here. So here's the 2-point conversion. Roper is going to stop, does the jump pass, and they have it. So they convert the 2-pointer. Great call that time by the Tigers. Coach Toof dialing that one up, I think, and Tigers take a 7-point lead. Oh, man. This game has been relentless. So Erie will now be tasked to kick it off. But breathe a little bit easier, Tiger fans, because now instead of up by 6, you're up by 7. Hey, that's what this team will take with them. Regardless of what happens the rest of this game or the rest of this season, this group of players, a lot of juniors and sophomores, they're going to remember facing adversity, staring it in the eyes, and overcoming it here in this game. And they're going to carry that with them in the offseason. So big here that they just cap this one off. Castine will be set to kick it here. "35 seconds left. It's a sidewinder that goes through the hands and out the back of the end zone. So 7-point lead, 35 ticks of the clock remaining. And Erie boys basketball tweeting in a picture of the players going crazy, so a shout out to you, Erie boys basketball. I think watching with Coach Moline. All right, here we go. Can the Tigers just tighten up here? Last week it was Nathan Hackney that made the big play. A run play action. Wolverton steps up and he just fires it out of the end zone. That should be an intentional grounding. He was not outside the tackle box, and there wasn't a receiver anywhere near that sideline. And yeah, the officials are going to come talk together. That should definitely be an intentional grounding. That receiver that was over here, I think, was inside the hashes. Well, can't hate the officials for not wanting to make that call in this moment. 29 seconds remaining. 2nd and 10. You're playing real soft here in coverage. Pass goes over the head and almost picked off. That was Nathan Hahn that had a chance at that one. I think he was coming up to make the tackle and didn't see that the ball was sailing a little bit high down the seam. Now 3rd and 10, 25 seconds. See if the Tigers pin their ears back. They send some pressure off the edge, a little throw underneath. One tackle broken, and then getting out of bounds that time was Gavin Mestis, the senior captain, and that's short of the first down. In fact, only picked up about half of it. So 4th down, the game could end here. 4th and 4. Mathis rolling back to the wide side. This could be the game. 18 seconds left. Here goes the snap. Fired incomplete, and the Tigers are going to win. And that will do it. Erie fans, you will have another home playoff game next weekend. How about that? Victory formation for the Tigers, and it's going to be a nice, happy 7-hour bus ride back to Erie. What a game. So victory formation here, and the Tigers will escape by the skin of their teeth here. A 7-point win on the road. And that will do it. Noah Roper, huge game once again for the Tigers. Embracing Dion Lucero, there's Jaden Gilmore. How about that? Tigers win by a final of 35-28. We're going to take a break. We'll come back, wrap things up here on the Erie Tiger Network.
We would like to say a huge thank you to the sponsors that have helped make this stream possible. Thank you again to the Mathis family, Ron Cardenas, and Ruben Portillo for their contributions. Another thank you to Couper Electric, Lynch Material Handling, Werks Irrigation and Landscape, and Gilmore Voice Studio for their support as local companies within the community of Erie. On behalf of the Erie community, we'd like to thank you.
All right, welcome back in. Went in and congratulated Coach Chambers and Coach Rees in the booth next to us, and they are bringing a sigh of relief. What a game. 35-28, the final in this one. As the Tigers win it, we're so glad you could join us for our broadcast all the way out here in Durango. We are not sure what CHSAA will let us do next week in terms of a broadcast. But it's a home game, and we will have it in some media capacity one way or another on the Erie Tiger Network. It just depends on the rules at play. CHSAA, if they want, could air the game on the NFHS Network, which means we cannot air the game on YouTube. So we don't know. We'll see. A big shout out to everyone watching in the Erie High School auditorium. Thank you to Mr. Carpenter for helping us get out here, Coach Couper for being so supportive of us, and a huge shout out to TJ Barksdale. He was today's producer, running the scoreboard graphics and such, and Ethan Schrauf up on top of the press box. He was our cameraman here today. And your Tigers win it here by a final score of 35-28. That's going to do it for us here on the broadcast. We'll see you for playoff football next week. Until then, have a happy Thanksgiving as your Tigers moving on here in the state tournament.